folks, we have stopped off this morning to start off with a visit to the little nature preserve again. And our first sighting is this extremely tiny baby tree lizard. He is so small. Like altogether he's about 3 inches long, his body's maybe an inch. What a tiny little thing. I did manage to briefly catch him for a quick look up close as to why they're called ornate tree lizards. Now the Texas tree lizard is the dominant subspecies, but there are several different subspecies that are found throughout the southwestern US. So what's that old saying? One creature's crap is another one's treasure? Dung beetles going at it. As with the day before though, reptile life and such was really not very active. A couple pretty wildflowers, but other than that, that was it. And with the rain coming down, decided that it was time to switch tactics and visit an interesting natural formation in the area that I'd heard about, the Caverns of Sonora.
You're down here. It's a lot cooler up here than it is down there.
I was just thinking it wasn't that bad.
Oh no, that's how bad you get. However, if you look at the floor, you can kind of see like these big boulders. So going back to what I've said 1,000 times now, the water in this cave the water that formed this cave was rising. So as it was rising, these boulders right here, those actually went up about this area. So whenever they were rising, they were actually eroding different layers of sediment. And so once these boulders became too heavy to support, they didn't much of left. But this rope that you're seeing, is that one here? This is the wild tour. So I kind of forgot to mention, but the wild tour, that one is about, it can be between 3 to 5 hours long. This right here is the finale of it. That doesn't. Should we go do this without the lights? So as you can tell by that puddle back there, it's like that. Well, it's kind of crazy to think about. That this warclub right here, they said this guy actually weighs about 600 pounds. What? Just above your head. He's not hanging on by much. So that's scary, you guys. But I have yet to see it fall. So don't be fooled. There is no actual ice that grows in here. The cave is too hot and way too humid. These little icicles that you're seeing, so what this is it's a stalactite that was filled with calcite. Whenever stalactite merges with calcite, there's actually 3 possible outcomes that come out of it. One, obviously right here, being the cloudy white look to it. So basically the way that happens is whenever the calcite and the water was helping the stalactite grow, the water that the stalactite had so this right here, we actually do call this the Christmas tree room. That being because these Christmas trees. Yeah, especially this one over here. Like I said, there's not really much going on in here that we haven't seen. I asked them if they could replace the bulbs with red and green bulbs. The reason it's green is because of the way that the light refracts off of the water. Would anyone like to guess how deep this section is right here? She's actually pretty close. It's about 6 inches to a foot. I told you it was like 3 feet. So. You got me. Yeah. It's a lot more humid down here, isn't it?
And
flying around that way, all the way down. The reason we came is because these photos are very, very diligent. If you look over here, this photo right here, this one actually do about 7 feet long. But as you can see, when you're walking through here, accidentally hit it with their head, so it did break off. So because of this, I do have to wait here for you guys to. We're actually going to go down this way. Watch your shoulders when you're going down here. At the bottom of the exception, and that exception is just up here. But all this white stuff you're seeing, this is actually just pure calcite. So basically, calcite gets more pure the farther down the cave you go. That's why it's like right here is probably the purest state of the cave. Go back to that.
Ooh, there was pink.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what that is.
Dragon stuff.
Probably.
I'm sure my geologist friend would know, but I've got no clue.
What's cool about this is that if you look down here, that's kind of what it's supposed to look like, those little balls right there. The reason these are so huge is because that's what happens whenever it's completely submerged in water. We have some more flowstone over here, but if you look closely, you can actually see that the water line that was once in this room before they detonated.
Okay.
This one over here looks like a corn dog.
Yep.
I get damn my head in it. I had a gross burn.
You really gotta squeeze. My goodness. So cool.
Kept walking through here, I think I kind of just started naming stuff. But I guess it's never at the end. So, these stairs right here, these are actually the steepest stairs we have in the cave.
Cool structure. This section reminds me of Carlsbad a little bit.
Obviously, you were at Mexico.
And
That's
the-
really low, really cut. $60, 70, 60-70 foot drop. Now this bridge actually does shake if everybody comes together. I don't know, maybe she started
I don't know why you encouraged them while it was on there.
started freezing, bro. So believe it or not, this was Jack Birch's favorite room in the entire cave. That's why it has the best presentation, the bridge. The bridge also serves as a for the trustees. So there's a lot going on in this room. A lot of lights, a lot of columns, a lot of lights. Just a little bit of everything.
All the way down.
This is most commonly found like in Mexico caves. What's kind of cool about this is that this is kind of like in its hardened state, but in its liquid, or no, this is actually used kind of like for like hospitals and stuff. Like they kind of use this for like bandages and stuff like that. But it's kind of crazy to think about.
Oh, like plaster?
Kind of, I think. I'm not really too sure. But what's kind of cool to think about is that this right here, moon milk, whenever it's in its liquid state, I've been told that it can actually, or it has actually been shown signs to hold the cure to cancer. Like I said, that's in its liquid state. We've been trying to find that for a while now. But yeah, so the chemical makeup of this is actually like calcite with some magnesium and like a little bit of Yellowstone, I think. But like I said, it's pretty rare to find here in the U.S. So. Yep.
There it is.
I told you.
Yep, there's Slick right there. Whoa.
What's the sixth generation of running this?
Oh, wow. That's big in the family.
Yeah, for sure. So this tunnel you're seeing, this is actually called the belly of the whale. Is that they're actually blind. Well, kind of blind. The other thing they can see is the difference between light and dark. So this is kind of scary though. But they can't actually see you to run away from you.
Well, still no snakes yet, but after the rain that just came through, the millipedes are already out in the late evening. Well, it's a reptile at least, crevice spiny lizard, who has now disappeared way back in there somewhere. Where I can't see him anymore. Oh well. And it's a rattlesnake. Oh my god, yes! Oh my god, yes. There it is. Mottled rock. Crotalus lepidus lepidus. The mottled rock rattlesnake. He's finally realized that I most definitely see him. So he's starting to make his way across the road where he was going, which is just fine. I've gotten photos of him already, so we can just kind of watch him go. It's impressive actually that I'm finding him here, because this isn't really the section of the road where I would have expected it, because we're quite a ways away from the hills here, kind of right in the middle of the draw. But oh, it's been so long today and yesterday without a snake. To finally find a species I've never seen before is amazing. You can see he only reacts to me when he realizes that I'm following him and I'm coming up behind him. As soon as he realizes I'm not coming after him, he just kind of keeps going along, barely rattles. This is the only specimen of the rock rattlesnake I've seen other than the one banded rock that I saw in the Chiricahuas. These guys are primarily lizard eaters, but they'll eat just about anything smaller out here that they can find, including other snakes. What a gorgeous snake. He's just about across the road too, so I didn't have to bother him in any way, just kind of get to watch him as he goes. What a gorgeous snake. Look at that. Beautiful. Don't come back to the road, dude. That's not where you want to go, okay? You don't want to come back this way, because this is where I am, okay? Hi, look at that face. Beautiful. And you can see the open pupil too, saying that it is nighttime. He's taking in as much light as possible, and slit pupils is not a way to identify venomous or not, because those change shape. No, sir, you shouldn't come back out here. You're going to get run over if you do that, okay? He must be following a trail of something. He's coming to check out what's going on. Alright, we're going to convince him to go the other way. Oh, beautiful. And now in these photos you can take in the real color that this guy was displaying, an incredible pale, washed out, creamy color with very slight hints of pink. They vary extremely widely in their coloration based on the environment that they're in. So this area, like the Edwards and Stockton Plateau and such, where everything is light limestone, the snakes are also extremely pale in color. As you head west into areas where there's a lot more volcanic rock, they turn much darker and a lot more mottled, a lot more fitting of their name. And then of course a little bit further west they integrate into the other subspecies, the banded rock rattlesnake, and then there's another subspecies down south in Mexico as well. Beautiful animals, and the first one on this trip, first one for me ever. And what I believe here, whoops, as he leaves, to be a southwestern Woodhouse's toad. He's got a little too much pattern to be a Texas toad. It's hard to tell because this light is kind of bleaching things out. I didn't grab the other light just yet, but nice to see these guys. I'm not sure I've found this specific subspecies before, but even if I have, down in New Mexico, it's cool to see them out here because they only just barely make it through this area. And literally 20 feet from the other guy, the other toad, the Couch's spadefoots are out. Be really cool to see a green toad, but we haven't come across those just yet. These guys are pretty though. Very common, however. Alright, I am out on the first official rock cut walk of the night. There's some massive crickets running around on this soaking wet road. I'm hoping the wet will bring out things, but we'll see. And we got a red-spotted toad who is leaving. Pretty common widespread species, but haven't seen them in a little while. Most of the ones I've seen are over in Arizona. Got that funky, really flat head. Very cool. Alright, I have no idea what kind it is, because it's not a wolf spider, it's not a tarantula, but that is a massive spider back there. Holy cow. I don't think I've ever seen a spider that looks like that. He's coming this way too. What are you? Weird. So I'm not entirely sure what these beetles are, but they have two glowing eye spots, and it's not just reflection, because if I move the light away, they keep glowing. I'm gonna have to look this one up. Interesting little creature. Don't know if it's related to fireflies or not, but it's definitely bioluminescent. Don't know what this guy is, but he's a big green grasshopper of some kind. And then, an interesting plant that I had seen the day before but not taken real notice of. This is Ibervillea lendimeri, a caudiciform plant, a cucumber relative that grows in Texas. It forms a large, very swollen woody root base, the caudex, from which large vines grow and produce these odd striped fruits that age to bright red. Not edible, but very ornamental. Well, it's not much, but there's a crevice spiny lizard who chose kind of the wrong crack to hide in. So we were able to kind of coax him out. Beautiful lizards. It's hard to see on the camera here. It's like anything I do kind of bleaches him out. But he's got this lovely, like, peachy tone right around his neck and blue spots on his neck as well. I'll see if I can figure out a way to get a good look at that, but still. Gorgeous lizard though. We'll just put him back in his crack. So it seems kind of the east end of the West Texas plateaus are, they hate me for some reason. Give me nothing or at best one-trick ponies. But I will say between the cavern visit today and finding my life a rock rattlesnake, it's still a good day. Tomorrow we are starting to head into areas that have been historically a little more reliable for me, although only one trip, so we'll see if that holds up. Fingers crossed, because I'm hoping the rest of the week will pan out a whole lot better than what's come so far. But if that happens, you'll see that in the next video. But until then, if you enjoy seeing wildlife adventures, educational videos and such that I put on here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the black bell so you don't miss anything coming up. Like the videos, leave comments, make sure to watch the videos all the way through because those watch hours really help the channel in particular. If you want to find more information about the plants or animals that I work with and such, my specialties, the carnivorous plants or the snakes, you can always find more information on the website, carltoncarnivores.com. The database and blog are both there. And I'm also always posting photos and little video tidbits and such on Instagram, Facebook, and sometimes TikTok, all at Carlton Carnivores. If you can support in a more financial manner, which would be greatly appreciated, you can join as a patron at patreon.com/hcarlton. Members there do get special benefits back, including early access to the videos, access to the seed contest that I do every month, and more. And of course, you're helping fund the ability for me to travel to take these trips and bring more wildlife and such to you. If you don't want to sign up for a monthly subscription, then you can always donate one time at coffee, or you can buy the plants or sometimes other merch and stuff that I have at carltoncarnivores.com or at our Teespring shop. The links for all these things will be in the description below. But until next time, I'm Hawken Carlton, and this is Carlton Carnivores.